Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about a bit of an interesting issue we have in the Hive community, and it's that the Hive is definitely dying. The amount of Hive YouTubers who say, the Hive isn't dying, is pathetic. Anyone who has eyes can see that the Hive is definitely heading out, and I'm going to explain every reason it's dying, exactly what other creators haven't done. But before we get into this video, consider subscribing because I'm challenging myself to get 2k before August, which is a crazy challenge, but 100% possible. Now without further ado, let's explain this train wreck of a server. Now the first part we're going to look at is update. Just kidding. No, I'm going to talk about competition. Now with anything, whether it's YouTube, video games, or even school grades, there is always going to be competition. It's just a fact of life. Now you know what server resembles a good competitor to the Hive? Well, it's obviously Qcraft. But would you be surprised if I said Zequa? Probably. But ever since the main fall of Hive, Zequa's player count has tripled in size, gone from an average of 150 players to a new average of nearly 400. Now of course there's still a big difference between Hive and Zequa, but now let's take out the fact that Hive is a featured server. What server are the sweats going to join? A popular PvP practice server, or a server full of hackers and dog mobile players? I'll let you answer that. Now you see, most of the Hive sweats have moved to Zequa because it's just more fun to play against experienced and good players. I also mentioned Qcraft before. Well, they just have a massive variety of game modes and more skill-based PvP. Combos are definitely possible, however they are much more difficult to get because of the difference in the knockback. I think I've said enough for this section, let's move on. The next part is the actual community. Now it may not seem it, but I've actually been a consistent Hive player for nearly 3 years, and wow, the Hive community has changed massively. Now I'm not going to sit around and say that I haven't been involved with drama, because I definitely have. But you see, we have people like me who like to get involved, but then we have people like Double C. Now I respect him, but things are seriously getting out of hand when it comes to him, such as making irresponsible and very rude posts, to just straight up making unneeded toxic videos. If you were to take out every harsh comment in this video, I promise it would be less than 2 minutes. Bro, there's just this like bug just chilling. Yeah, okay. Yeah. He just drags his videos on with comments that seem fine when watching the video, but when you think about it, it makes him seem worse than the person he is actually exposing. Now, I don't respect Rubixel, especially because he fired me because I made his image look bad when I was editing for him, because my status said something along the lines of Jakester has a huge ego, and this was way before I made this channel. That does not make Double C right for any of the things he has said. But forget about Double C, and the Hive community is still very toxic. Exposing videos come out all the time right now, and so many big Hive YouTubers are just quitting. Now let's move on to my final point. A huge part of Hive's downfall is actually their fault, as you guys probably know. Making mistakes and just bad choices. The first one being the release of Arcade. Now don't get me started on the glitches. They should have gone through Arcade, because when it was released, the glitches were laughable. One being that you could just get in a party and grind bridge levels easily. Honestly quite funny. Another one being YouTube rank. They originally weren't going to give the creator no stride lol YouTube rank because he posted short videos. However, after a lot of pressure they gave it to him, which just shows how weak the Hive actually is. The rule that short creators weren't going to get YouTube rank had been around for far longer than people thought. As well as this, the Hive releases a flying ship that's $10, and their excuse is that it's a fly rank, which is pathetic. Can someone please explain what that means, because it definitely does not mean that I get stuff for free. But anyway, thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe.